maslaha. An Arabic term translates to public interest or welfare in English. In Islamic jurisprudence, it refers to considerations aimed at preserving and promoting benefits while preventing harm for individuals and society, consistent with the objectives of Sharia, Maqasid al-Sharia. The concept serves as a guiding principle in deducing rulings for situations not explicitly addressed in primary Islamic sources, Quran and Sunnah. Thus, the significance of maslaha in Islamic jurisprudence is crucial as it allows flexibility and adaptability in the application of Islamic law. It ensures that the legal framework remains relevant, addressing the evolving needs and challenges of society while staying aligned with Sharia principle. The scholars and jurists use maslaha to address novel issues, promote justice and secure societal welfare without contradicting established Islamic injunctions. In the past, the concept of maslaha was applied when the companions decided to issue currency, to establish prisons, and to impose tax, haraj, on agricultural lands in the conquered territories, despite the fact that no textual authority could be found in the favor of this. Examples of maslaha in modern times are the law on road safety, law on wearing helmets, requirement on identification card, a HIV test before marriage, wearing bracelet for male pilgrims.
Maslahah public interest in Islamic law ensures societal well-being by addressing issues not explicitly covered in the Quran or Hadith. Early Muslim leaders like Khalid Abu Bakar applied it for compilation of the Quran to preserve the Quran and started wars against zakat defaulters to maintain community stability, laying the foundation for governance. Classical jurists like Al-Ghazali link maslahah to the five codes of Sharia: religion, life, intellect, lineage, and property, and categorize it for structured application, while Al-Shatibi expanded its scope to address essential, complementary, and embellishment needs. Its adaptability allows maslahah to influence diverse regions from Andalusia to the Ottoman Empire, and in modern times, scholars like Muhammad Hashim Kamali use it for issues like Islamic finance and bioethics. By aligning with Sharia objective, maslahah remains a vital evolving principle in Islamic jurisprudence.
Application of maslahah in economic and financial system. Bank Negara Malaysia considers the maslahah of both Islamic banks and their customers in its regulations, balancing the bank's viability with fairness and transparency. For instance, Buy al-In'ah enhances bank liquidity and meets individual needs, but could be replaced with less debated contracts. Ta'wid standardizes penalties to prevent exploitation, but could direct surplus funds to charity. And Ibrok clauses protect early settlement customers and enhance brand reputation, though equity-based products like Musharakah might be more consistent with Islamic principles. Application of maslahah in public and governance policy. Maslahah in modern Islamic jurisprudence ensures law and policies benefit the public and improve community well-being. It balances individual rights with the common good, supporting vulnerable communities and promoting ethical conduct, ultimately fostering a fair and sustainable society.
In Islamic law, the concept of maslahah plays an important role in guiding ethical decisions, particularly in healthcare and bioethics. When there is no clear answer from the Quran or Hadith, scholars often turn to maslahah to make decisions that prioritize the well-being of people. In healthcare settings, maslahah influences many parts such as medical ethics, public health policies, and the development of hospitals that follow Sharia principles. For example, doctor may use maslahah to guide decisions about treatments, making sure that the benefits of care outweigh the risks and that the patient well-being is prioritized. Public health initiatives like vaccination programs or disease prevention are also shaped by maslahah, with the aim of protecting the community. Some hospitals choose to follow Sharia-compliant practices, such as separating genders in care or having specific approaches to end-of-life issues, ensuring that their medical practices not only follow Islamic law but also promote the public good. Bioethics, which deals with the ethical questions surrounding medical and biological practice, also relies heavily on maslahah to address contemporary issues. For example, In the case of organ transplantation, maslahah helps balance the life-saving benefits of organ donation with Islamic views on the sanctity of the human body. Scholars may permit organ donation if it serves a greater purpose, such as saving life, and as long as it respects Islamic principles. Similarly, when making decisions about end-of-life care, maslahah is used to weigh whether continuing treatment is in the patient's best interest, considering factors like the patient suffering and the impact on the family. Reproductive health issues, such as contraception and fertility treatments, are also examined using maslahah, ensuring decisions are made that benefit both individuals and society while staying within the framework of Islamic ethics. By applying maslahah, Islamic scholars are able to navigate complex bioethical and dilemmas in a way that aligns with Islamic teaching and values. The concept of maslahah in environmental protection emphasizes action that preserve natural resources and ensure sustainability for the benefit of society. In Islam, the environment is viewed as a trust from God, and human beings are urged to act as responsible stewards. By applying maslahah, decisions are made that minimize harm to the environment, promote biodiversity, and ensure equitable resource management. This aligns with Islamic values of maintaining balance or mizan in creation and benefiting both present and the future generation. Actions such as reducing pollution, conserving water, and protecting ecosystem are seen as essential for achieving maslahah in environmental context. These actions benefit not just the current generation but also future ones, ensuring a balanced relationship with nature.
So moving on to the case law relating to the maslahah mursalah. So maslahah mursalah in Malaysian inheritance case applied to issues not explicitly covered by Islamic law, and it also focused on addressing inheritance dispute involving Muslim convert mu'allaf and non-Muslim heirs. So the key case law here is Inri Timah binti Abdullah, deceased 1941, MLJ 51. So Islamic inheritance law prohibit inheritance between Muslim and non-Muslim. So when a Muslim convert dies without a Muslim heir, their estate is entrusted to Baitul Mal, and which represent the interest of the broader Muslim community. So however, disputes arise when non-Muslim family members who may be financially dependent on the deceased claim rights to the estate, and these cases highlight the need for a balanced approach that respects Islamic principles while addressing the welfare of affected parties. So moving on to another case, Malacca Islamic Religious Council decision. So Malacca Islamic Religious Council allocated to a portion of a deceased Muslim convert's estate to their non-Muslim family members. So this decision was based on maslahah mursalah, emphasizing public interest, family welfare, and the potential for da'wah, which means that inviting others to Islam. So what can I say is, the application principles in both of these cases, the first one is public welfare. The decision must benefit society or resolve hardship. And the second one is Sharia compliance, cannot contradict fundamental Islamic law. And the third one is case-by-case assessment, tailored to family financial needs and assets. So the impact are promotes justice and compassion, and the second one is balance Islamic values and practical consideration in decision making.
Challenges of maslahah mursalah. First, procedural delays involves multiple agencies and regulatory frameworks. Time-consuming processes like verifying claims and tracing assets causes frustration and undermines trust in the legal system. Second, balancing conflicting interests. Baitul Mal must follow Sharia and consider non-Muslim heirs' needs, requires careful judgment to ensure fairness without compromising trust. And third and finally, managing public perception. Decision must reflect Islam's value of compassion and fairness. Missteps risk criticism, especially in multicultural societies. Criticism of maslahah mursalah. First, risk of misuse. Lack of strict boundaries may lead to arbitrary rulings, raises concerns about accountability and integrity of Islamic law. Second, lack of textual basis, relies on scholars' interpretation rather than direct Quran or Sunnah evidence, leads to potential inconsistencies in rulings. Third, conflict with established texts, risk of overriding clear Quranic or Sunnah commands, requires meticulous scholarship to balance flexibility with Sharia principles.
In conclusion, the concept of maslahah plays an important role in Islamic jurisprudence by helping to address issues that are not directly covered by the Quran or Sunnah, which ensures the welfare of society where it is prioritized while staying true to Islamic principles. Whether it is areas such as healthcare, governance, finance, or environmental protection, the application of maslahah allows scholars to address complex challenges that affect society as a whole. However, its implementation is not without challenges like procedural delays, balancing conflicting interests, and maintaining consistency with the foundational teachings of Islam. Despite these challenges, maslahah remains an essential tool for promoting justice, fairness, and public good in a contemporary Islamic legal system. By applying these principles thoughtfully and responsibly, Islamic jurisprudence can continue to evolve, ensuring that Islamic law remains relevant and effective in meeting the needs of a changing world while preserving the moral and ethical framework of Islam.